Where is President John Pombe Magufuli of Tanzania? Some sources tell me that he is in a hospital in Dar-es-Salaam, Tanzania. Other sources are insisting that the President of Tanzania has in fact been admitted to Nairobi Hospital in Nairobi, Kenya. Now, getting sources with conflicting information over a sensitive, big story happens. And usually, the reason is that the VIP involved has handlers who are trying to manage the news, the person they're handling. And everybody knows that the most effective propaganda is where you mix the facts, the truth, with lies, fabrications. Indeed, the handlers of President Magufuli have been known to do precisely this in the past, indeed in the recent past. In October 2019, the Tanzanian president had what was described as a mild heart attack. As he was recovering, his handlers swung into action, and planted all kinds of alarming stories all over the place. One source, indeed a source I usually trust, even told me that the president had passed on. And this is not a new thing in Africa. In the 90s, handlers of the then President Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi did something similar. Moi was a very active president, frequently seen in public. And then suddenly, he vanished, and his handlers started selling the story that he had throat cancer. And that this throat cancer was at a critical stage. And interestingly, this information was carefully disseminated to top politicians, many of whom believed it. Maybe Moi wanted to test the loyalty of some key government officials. Maybe President John Pombe Magufuli wanted to do the same in October 2019. Whatever the reasons of the handlers in both cases were, they succeeded big time in fooling very many people. So, in the latest case involving the Tanzanian president, let's start with what all the sources agree with. The president is sick. All my key sources agree with that part of the information. They also agree with the fact that he is admitted to a hospital, which means it's serious. And I have a source in Nairobi, whom I've never dealt with before, who insists that it is indeed President John Pombe Magufuli who was admitted to Nairobi Hospital a few hours ago. A leading Kenyan daily that has been very reliable for decades, but has recently had instances where they have stumbled, has confirmed that there is an African head of state who is admitted to the Nairobi hospital. But they have refused to name that particular head of state. And they have said it is because officials from both countries, both Kenya and that African country, have refused to confirm or deny this story. Which to me is strange, because whoever their source is observed other things, other telltale clues that would point directly to the country. Like the handlers of that particular person who was admitted, that particular African leader, the accent, the language they were speaking, because officials from Tanzania would stand out anywhere in the world. Because this beautiful East African country speaks the beautiful Swahili local language. That is the prominent language, which some naive people think is not cool. I think it's very cool. Still, In my view, there is something much bigger that has been brewing in Tanzania over the last few weeks. Something that would greatly inform this latest breaking news development. I'm afraid it is a little sensitive, and I discuss it in my latest weekly intelligence briefings, number 50. Details of how you can get hold of that on your screens right now and repeated in the description area below. You see, we live in very interesting times. A lot of things are unfolding that are unprecedented. And it is easy to get very confused and to even give up. But when you realize that many events are usually linked, especially in politics, and especially in big news like what is just breaking, then things will naturally become much clearer. I will of course keep you posted of developments that you may not be able to see in mainstream media, because I've already put all my best resources to work on this particular story. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.